Okay, so I'm back working on my album in a month project, or the RPM project, or the RPM challenge, and it's over the halfway point in the month, so I feel it's about time to start taking stock of what I have and start developing it because I only have a couple weeks left to kind of finish out the tracks and create my album. So, to that effect, what I've done is I've actually created a spreadsheet here to keep track of everything that I've been working on. I've made about 8 tunes, and if you see here, I've got maybe, let's see, 6 of them on the Ableton Move. One of them I created on the SH4D, and another one I created on, was it Logic for iPad on my iPad Mini. And that one's probably the most fleshed out so far. But that's because I use it for my live stream intro. Okay, so today my plan is to go into the Move, and I'm just going to focus on the Move today, and listen to the tracks, and then see what I can do to expand the tracks. But again, to talk about my organization, you can see that back to my chart here, I have basically what I'm identifying as the track numbers. So it's all RPM 2025 because the year's 2025. And then the first track I created, second, on so forth. I didn't even, when I started the track, the genre that's involved with it, and then key. And actually, I haven't gotten yet entered the tempo, but I plan to enter the tempi or the tempo for each piece. So this is where I can go to the Move now. And if I go to the Move, you can see here, like, here's my RPM 2501, and so that means it's the RPM year 25. First track I created, and it's an ambient track. An ambient track with a beat. So I go over here, and this says RPM 2502, BRLN, Berlin. And that means, of course, it's Berlin School. So that gives us an idea of what that track sounds like. There is a 2503, which is lo-fi, which I think might be, oh gosh, it might be this one here. Yes, it is. So this one's lo-fi-ish, sometimes I'll talk about genres or something like that. It leans one direction or another. I'm not being a purist about these genres because I'd rather be creative rather than just like being absolute purist. So if the track takes a different direction than what would be traditionally considered lo-fi, ambient, Berlin School, or whatever, it doesn't matter to me. I'm creating something, not necessarily just trying to fill out molds per se. It's certainly an active track for that's certainly an active track for lo-fi. So, again, we can use these things. At least my concept at the time that I was starting it was like, I want to make something lo-fi-ish. Okay, so the next track was on the SH4D, and the next track after that, track 5, was on the iPad Mini. And so track 6 should be on the Move, and it's going to be ambient as well. And gosh, where did that one end up? I want to say it ended up maybe here. Yeah. So this is... Okay, so that's that ambient track, and I have one more track, no, 2 more tracks actually. There's a chill wave kind of a track that's over here. And so this is listed as RPM 2507 CW for chill wave. And then over here, I have a CW2 because I use these 2 projects here to create the one, because I was, in this particular project, I was creating a second, basically I created a second project to create a fifth track that I could resample and then bring back into the first one, so I could get, you know, quote 5 tracks out of the Move. So if we go back here, this is the main one. And then this was the one that I used to create that lead. So basically that second project served as a scratch pad for the first project, allowing me to do resampling and bring elements back into the first one. That's one potential way to work on the Move and yet kind of work around some of its limitations. And the last track I have here is kind of like a synthwave. Now this one I didn't actually create on camera. I was putting things away and I don't know, moment took me and I created this. And you might be able to hear some of that noise outside. I apologize. It's garbage day in my neighborhood. So they're making a lot of noise right outside my studio. Life in the city. Okay. Let's see here. So maybe we'll start with that last one. So for this one, again, this is the synthwave that I kind of just made up. It's got a good groove going. Now I'm going to think like, okay, before I export things over to Ableton to start developing it within Ableton, I want to see if I can squeeze some more development out of the Move. So can I use Move to add some more ideas for an A section, B section, intro, ending, other parts that I might want to use, that sort of thing. And can I do it on the Move before I bring it into Ableton? So at Ableton becomes more about like final arranging, mixing, that sort of thing. So here's the track. And of course now we have the new update to Move, which is 1.3, so I can do solo. I can solo a track. I'm going to solo this kit here. Now, unfortunately, you can't solo individual samples. I've tried that, and you say solo track, but if I hit a sample, it'll just maybe mute or select it or something like that. See, no difference. Okay, so that's the little part that I want to mute there. Okay, so let's see what we have. We just have the this one clip per instrument. So what I'm going to do is should be able to duplicate. That's interesting. Let's go back to the main and select this right here. Well, that's interesting. I'm not coming out of Let's do this. Let's oh, maybe it's the solo because I'm in solo track mode. There we go. Nope, still not. I have duplicate within here. But if I come back to the main mode, session mode, I don't have duplicate. Okay, let me try going back up to the set overview. Let's choose another set. Go into that kit. And no duplicate. I thought we did have... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confusing duplicate for loop. My bad. Yeah, every once in a while, forget. Got a lot of devices I work with, and I'm not always working in the Move. Okay, so And come over here to our original project. So let's go back up. Here's the project I was working on. We'll go in here. I'll choose duplicate. I'm going to duplicate that drum kit there. Now I'm going to go back to this one right here, and I'm going to mute. Okay, good, because what I'm starting to do is I'm trying to start to form an arrangement here. Like, what's the intro going to be like? What's the next section going to be like? So I kind of have like maybe my big idea here, like when everything's going and kind of cooking. The question is, how do we build up to that? So let's see here. And I'm going to kind of duplicate and move these tracks. And then I'm going to come back here. I'm going to delete that one. And then again, I'm going to copy and move. And then delete. And so now this gives me almost like a scene right here. And since I'm here, I'll duplicate this one over. Cool. All right, now what I'm going to do and then let's see, let's mute these parts out and just hear the bass. Okay, and maybe what I want to do is create, I think what I'm going to do is see if I can't take one of the samples and create a new, maybe a new arpeggio. So let's go back to this, and we'll play this. I don't find that particularly useful. So let's go in here and see if we can find a sample. So got drums, FX, loops, notes, stabs, texture. I'm looking for something that I can kind of like filter out as I arpeggiate. So I'm not finding anything there. Let's check out the stabs. And they tend to be like orchestral stabs or something like that. What do we have here for texture? And let's take off the repeat. Okay. That's interesting. Actually, I didn't even realize all this was in here. This is kind of cool. Oh, very cool. Okay. But, again, none of it's going to suit my purposes. So I go over to my user samples to see this one. Okay, we're going to go back. I'm going to go down to user recordings. Okay, so this has got potential. over to our reverb send and okay. So I'm just going to kind of program these in. In fact, maybe I don't want to do a 4-note one like that. Okay, so I think right. And so let me see. What I can do is take this. Copy this, and then paste them here. Fail. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm going to hold down loop, copy this, paste here. There we go. Now, we can look at this second one here. So D, do down, do down, do down, do down. Except I reversed them. I want to do just the opposite. Okay, so I don't have to duplicate what I did before. Let's go loop again. Copy. We're going to copy from here. And we're going to paste here. And then this time we're going to make sure. So it should be. Yep, that's what I want. And whoops. Let's go over here to bar 2. Now I should be looking at bar 2. Do-da-deem. So actually I want the second one here. So do-da-dee, do-da. Dee, do-da. Do-dee, do-da. Dee, do-da. Just sing the part. Dee, do. Good, now let's try this. Right, but I want that to go twice as long too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to loop. I'm going to go 2 bars, 3 bars. Right. And then I'm going to go back to loop here and hit the copy. I'm going to copy from here. I'm going to paste here. I'm going to copy from here. I'm going to paste here. I'm going to copy from here. I'm going to paste here. Now I should get 2 bars of the first chord and 2 bars of the second chord, and let's make sure we're not going 5 bars there. So that last copy didn't quite take, so loop, copy, copy this, paste here. Okay, cool. And then what I'll probably do is then go back here and copy this and paste it here, and then come into this one. Okay, and then we'll go back to the first one. All right, because of the muting. Okay, so we'll just have to delete the parts. Okay, got it. Make sure that's our first one. Whoops. That is our first one. Okay. I'll try muting this part, and where's that clap coming in? There's a clap. Okay. Mute this part. Okay, and then we'll try messing around with the filter here. So we go over, choose a sample, go from main bank over to filter setup, and play. I was just trying some things out arrangement-wise there. Didn't work out quite like I hoped. Let's get that one out. Wait, that's... yeah. I just heard another part that could go in there too. So I'm going to go back to my little drum kit here and see if there's anything else I can... Don't think I'm going to use that pad either. Actually, one should probably drop down. That's right, because I muted those parts. Okay, so what I need to do now is go back and choose this one, because I don't want, I didn't want these parts in here, so I'm going to unmute them. And then I'm going to delete them. Good. So when I come back into this part, okay, so come back here, and we're going to turn that off. Go back here. Whoops. Okay, interesting. So, I'm gonna go back into session mode. Yeah, make sure I got the right track here, because this is the right clip I want. Unfortunately, I put it into filter and setup, but once I come out of the track and come back in, I'm back to the main bank. So I want to extend the loop one more time. This time I'm going to go to, whoops, hello. I want to go to 8 bars. And then that means I want to duplicate this here, duplicate this here, duplicate this here, and duplicate this here. Kind of make sure that we seems like we're doing the right thing. So I'm going to again go back here. Whoops. So make sure I got that. Yep. So I'm going to go over to here, and either way, good. So I don't like, that's interesting. Let's go back here for a second. So I thought that maybe you had to have the sample selected to be able to select parameter banks, but actually you could have the full kit selected to do that. So I hit parameter banks, go from main bank to filter setup. Okay, so we're in filter setup, and bring that filter frequency down. Let's hear that. Bring that down again. That's where I want to start. Okay. So I just captured what I did. And now we're creating some growth for the track. Cool. Okay, so let's go back into our view here. And again, I want to move things over, so I'm going to copy, 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 copy. Definitely don't want this in yet. Get rid of that. And then let's see what happens when we select this. Okay, definitely don't want that one part in here that... I'm going to delete this and this. So I deleted the clap and the tambourine. I'm going to delete this little bubbly synth here. Cool. And then we'll go back in here. Okay, so now I have the idea that maybe I want to bring the bring that lead synth in this one, or that arpeggiated synth I have here in the percussion track. I want to take the filter and bring it down. So one more time into the fray, switch to filter and setup, and we're going to bring it down for the 8 bars. Or actually, because if we look at this one, I think the loop is only 4 bars. Let's do the same thing here. We're going to bring it up to 8 bars. There we go. And then we're going to duplicate this to here, this to here, this to here, and this to here. We're going to bring that down. Good. Whoops. And of course, because I did that, I'm out of the parameter banks again. One more time. Filter setup. There we go. Let's see that again. So this is not... I know there's a way to visually tell by these dots right here, you know, if we're in or out, but let's try it that way. So filter setup. Good. Okay. Which now gives room for this synth. I want to try and filter swap them. So I'm going to go into the analog drift, and we're going to take this loop and make it... Well, let's see. Let's make sure we have it duplicated first before I go mucking about with this. Yes, we do have it duplicated. So... we're going to take this loop and we're going to extend it out to 8 bars. So, and then I'm going to copy this to this, this to this, and this to this, this to that. Just an easy way to keep track of it when I did like 2, and then I duplicated these 2 here, and then duplicated these 4 here. Now, let's hear that. Good. And we're starting a little bit lower in the cutoff. Let's mute the drum part here. Oh, wait. Let's copy, notes pasted. Let's see if we just got that much going. Good. And then we'll one more time duplicate, copy, paste, kind of verifying that it's pasting. I was assuming before, now I'm actually reading the screen to make sure that it's doing what I want it to do. Yes, it is. So now what I'm trying to do is bring that cutoff up. Kind of crossfade it with that other part. Okay, so let's bring in the drums again. And I'll bring it down again. So let's try that again. I think I like that, so I'll try capturing that. Whoops, there's no capture though, because I hit play. So let's try it again. Okay, try again. Okay, and let's see, we'll go back to the main track, and I want to bring this lead in over that. So once again, I'm going to go do copy, copy, paste, copy, paste. Because I'm going to copy Okay, so I think I like the progression I'm building, and I want to test it out because for me, sometimes composition is a slow process. It's not always just adding another thing and adding another thing and adding another thing. I like to see the shape of what I'm creating as I go. So I'm gonna go back and see what my intro is gonna sound like here. So, yeah, I mean, not all the elements are mixed properly. There needs to be lead-ins, fills, risers. I might take that first arpeggio and do something different with it. But because things are a little bit fidgety in the move, I don't want to do too much here. So I think that's enough to say, like, yeah, I've got enough ideas here. What I might want to do is a B section. So, and that might actually deal with my bass. So. So let's choose a new clip. I'm going to choose this clip here, and I'm going to try recording that part I'm just coming up with there. So we'll go into the bass part, and then I'm going to hit record. See where we go. Okay, I'm trying to record, so I'm going to delete this part, I think. Clip deleted, and we'll try again. The only one I didn't like was this one bar here. Dun, 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 bum. So go to loop, and we're going to do this copy and paste, where I'm going to take this bar and copy it to this bar. Okay, what it ended up doing was not just copying, but it added the notes. It over, how do I say it? It appended the notes, this note and these at the same time. And of course, it's a monophonic instrument, so it's only going to play this or this. And its priority is the highest notes. So since I had this in there, what I could do is bring it over here. Whoops. To loop. Bar 3, bar 4. Okay. And this. So I just deleted those top notes. I think I like that. Which inspires me to record a new lead. So let's go here. I go into the lead part. Parts there, and inadvertently caught that. So that gives me some material to work with. I can always develop that lead, assign it to a different synth inside of Ableton once I kind of branch out. But I have some ideas here, and I can start to work with them. So now I have an A section, a B section, a bit of an intro, a couple of other ideas, whether they stay within the, the kind of the drum sample, or hopefully when I get into Ableton, there might be some way to extract that sequence from the drum sample and bring it over to another synthesizer that I want inside Live. Okay. So I think that's a good amount of progress. Yeah, I only got one track today, but I developed one track. That's good news. I might come back later in the day and do some more. But for now and for this video, I'll just stop and hope to catch you next time.